Bow wow wow wow. Can you hear me howl? Scratching at your door, begging for a home.
We are not experienced dog trainers. We're just two girls who really love rescue dogs and have some experience fostering and working in our local shelters. So, how do you know if your new foster dog or adopted dog is going to get along with your cat? Well, you just don't know. But here are a few tips to make it easy or perhaps helpful for you to introduce your cat to your new foster dog. My first tip I would have is if you really want to know if that dog gets along with a cat, to try to reach out to your local rescue. Rescues have all of their dogs in foster homes, and you can check to see if they have a dog that's already living with a cat already. So that's one way to know if a dog can cohabitate with a cat. But never assume that just because that dog gets along with someone else's cat, that it's going to get along with your cat. Why? Because all dogs are different and they react to animals differently. So make sure you always do a super slow introduction with your new dog to your cat. So when bringing a new foster dog back to your house or adopted dog, you want to focus on two things before introducing it to your cat. One is really understanding the dog's body language. And the second is setting it up in your house so you guys have a slow introductory period with the dog and cat. And that means doing baby gates, having separation of the dog and cat in different rooms, which we'll talk about a little later in this episode. First, I want to show you an example of how to dog and cat test outside of the house with my dog Ava. You can simply tell if a dog will react to a cat just by walking by it. This is Ava, and we're walking by this black cat right here. You can see she's excited, her tail's wagging, and she is excited, and that is she wants to probably chase the cat. The cat is scared. So we're gonna keep walking by, and this is something we can do in training. So you might think based off that video that my dog Ava would not work well with cats because she got excited and she went after her to chase the cat. However, I know that Ava is terrified of cats. She just wants to chase anything she sees because she thinks it's a game and wants to play. So I'm going to turn you over now to a good friend of mine who has fostered many cats and dogs together before to give you some really good tips on how to desensitize your dog to cats.
Hi everyone, my name's Ashton. This is Hazel, Figaro, and Birdie, a few of my many rescue animals. I've fostered both cats and dogs over the years, and I had a few tips for you on bringing a dog into a house with a kitty. First thing is to make sure your cat has a sanctuary that is totally separate from where the dog's gonna be. I would do this before you even bring the dog home. So make sure your kitty's in a room with the door closed, food, water, litter box. And then once you get your dog in, have them settled in a separate room, ideally in a crate. And then just do that for a few days. They will sense each other. They'll smell each other. Let them get used to the new routine. Next step would be to feed them on either side of the door and kind of monitor their behavior. I'm sure there'll be some hissing from the kitty. I would do that until both of them can calmly eat on either side of the door together. After you've gotten to that point, then I would move on to face-to-face. The way I've done it in the past is I've put my foster dog in a nice big crate. I make sure they're tired, give them a nice big walk, maybe give them a Kong, and then I let my kitties out and I let them explore. I let them decide how close they want to get to the crate. I monitor the dog's reaction, and I would do that for a while, really. You can play with your cats in front of the crate. That's a good way to see how the dog reacts when the kitty moves fast. And once you get to that point, I would say, unless you really need to have them free roam, that's a good way to just have it be. I've had my foster dogs crated inside for the most part. If you get the sense that they can be in the house together, then you can try tethering your dog to the couch. I would just have a leash on them at all times, just in case they go for the cat. You can grab them easily. Another thing to remember is that even if a dog is okay with cats, it doesn't mean they're going to be okay with all cats. My dogs react to new cats when we go on walks. So just be very mindful of that. Each kitty should be introduced to a new dog separately and slowly. And another tip is, if your cat's never been around a dog, I would say start by fostering a small dog. They're less intimidating for cats just because of the size. They tend to not have as much of a prey drive. So that's a really good place to start. And of course, if you have any questions or concerns, any behavior you're not sure of, contact your rescue or your shelter that you're working with and run it by them. But most important thing is to just move slowly, and then it will all work out. And thank you for helping the animals, and stay safe, and back to Tara.
Thank you for watching episode 3 of Gimme Shelter Dogs. Stay tuned, stay healthy, and keep fostering.
Bow wow wow wow. Can you hear me howl? Scratching at your door, begging for a home. Ow, I am so blue since you dropped me at the